All right, guys, Club Festival is on yet again, and last night we had day one. It's really weird the way they do day one because it starts at night and then ends at 10 a.m. the following morning, so you might have missed it. Hopefully you didn't miss it for your club though, but I am going to be posting this video right after day one ends because, you know, clubs do like to kind of keep their stuff a little bit secretive, but I do feel like showing you guys this team that I used for day one is going to help you with the future days, so you do still want to watch this because a lot of these characters I'm going to use on day one, I guarantee you, are also going to be used on days 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, it's so on and so forth. So here is the team. I actually did not come up with this team myself. My club came up with this team and I kind of just stole it a little bit, and I tried other variations of the team. I tried like red Bakugo on the maid slot for his buff block and stuff like that. I tried yellow Dabi and it just didn't work as well. This team is really, really good because you have double healing, you have the evasion from Nejire. It just works really, really well. Another potential option you could run though that would probably work, but I'm not sure because I don't have the character, is in place of Nejire you could potentially run Shoji because he does have an insane all attack and he would probably work pretty well, and he was like designed for this club fest, right? So if you are able to get Shoji, or if you pulled Shoji, he would probably work as well. But this is the team I used for day one, and once again, you can probably use this team or similar units from this team on the following days of Club Festival. So with that said, I'm going to hop into a match here and see if I can beat my already high score. I am in third place in my club right now with my score, so not the greatest. All right, so the very first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to use Yayorozu's skill 2 on Nejire to buff her crit rate because Nejire has 2 AoE attacks and that is going to let her hit fairly hard. We also have Bakugo who does defense down here on the whole team, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to go ahead and do Nejire's skill. We do want to target Tokoyami when we can. Bakugo will hide those two or draw aggro after this turn. Okay, we got some good defense down there. We got some nice crits with Nejire. Here comes a slew of attacks that go towards Bakugo. They will pretty much always go towards Bakugo. Sometimes he does die. Sometimes you have to reset. So keep that in mind. It does kind of suck. Alright, with that, we're going to go ahead and we have to target him now. We can't target the others, as you see. So we'll target Bakugo. We'll go ahead and we'll do the healing. We'll do the buff block, and we'll do the attack with Nejire. Nejire should get a good amount of damage in right here on everybody. Yep, as you can see, like 28, 18,000 per hit, depending on the character. We need some of these attacks from these characters to miss like that to keep us alive. Okay, if those attacks don't miss, then we are in big trouble when it comes to the plus ultra turn. Even though we get evasion from Nejire, Nagant has bullseye, so it can cause big problems. We might still not win here. I don't know. We'll see. If you make it through the first 3 turns, though, you're good for the rest of it. It just depends on the first 3 turns, so keep that in mind. Alright, so here comes the plus ultra. It went on Nejire. That's actually perfect. Okay, so we're good. And he dodges that. Now we're solid, okay? Sometimes Nagant will go after Bakugo there, and then it just ends. So be very careful about that and vigilant of that. And we are now able to go back to targeting Tokoyami. So we'll go ahead and buff Nejire, do defense down, and then we should be able to hit our big damage starting now. Buff Nejire, defense down. Oh, and Nejire missed all of her crits. Okay, see. And it's just literally going to be the difference of like if you get a lot of crits or not for whether or not you like break your previous damage record. Right now I might not. I am going to use this skill on Bakugo to block his buffs for the next turn, and then we're going to go ahead and do this. Block buffs so he can't draw aggro. There we go. Alright, and we keep targeting Tokoyami. Alright, so now Bakugo is going to try to hide the others, I believe. Alright, now we can use all of our plus ultras. Big damage from Nejire, as you can see. She is our carry for damage. And Yayorozu just hitting the low numbers. We need her to hit crits, but she's not really hitting crits. It's okay, we don't have a crit memory on her. I probably could switch out for a crit memory and it would work a little bit better. But that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and buff Nejire again, and we just keep rotating this cycle until we're done. And we see how much damage we can get, right? Okay, so we're looking pretty good on the damage now. Ideally, you get one character to the red and the other 2 to the yellow to like maximize your score. Well, ideally, you get all of them to the red, right? But at the least, you want one to the red and the other 2 to the yellow if you can. So that's the goal here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do we want to? It doesn't really matter if we buff block. I guess let's just buff block Bakugo. Why not? We don't want him to do anything weird, right? Yeah, it's also going to let us get his health down a little bit quicker because it decreases defense, so that's what we want to do. Defense down on him. Let's Nejire hit him a little bit harder because he does have more health than everyone else. It also allowed those other two to hide, so there's that. Maybe we could have stopped them from hiding if we had used the buff block on someone else, but that's fine. It's whatever. Alright, plus ultras, big damage from Nejire. We should bring Bakugo below the... Yeah, he's going to be halfway dead right here below the yellow. Ideally, or pretty dang close. Alright, I think Bakugo's close enough. We are not able to switch our target yet, but that's fine because we have 2 AoEs. So here we go with the AoEs. Alright, let's see if we can get some good damage in here. Alright, now we are able to switch targets. We're going to go after Nagant this time. Block her buffs because she has less HP than like everyone else. She's pretty squishy compared to the others. And we want to try to get Nagant down to the red if we can now. I might have done this a little bit late. Ideally, you probably do this sooner. But you can see Bakugo's in the yellow. Tokoyami's also in almost to the yellow. So now just try to go after Nagant and get her as low as possible, as quickly as possible. Good damage. Alright, and we're getting really close to getting Nagant. But probably, it's going to be so close. It's going to be cutting it real close here. I might have done this a little bit late. You might have wanted to do this a little bit sooner, but we're going to be close. Alright, really good damage from Nejire. Oh, we're so close to the red with Nagant. So we have everybody in the yellow now. We just need to get Nagant into the red. So here we go. The moment of truth. Do we make it? Okay, we made it. Let's go. All right, that is probably going to be a new high score for me. Okay, so we got 2 of them in the yellow, 1 in the red. That's kind of what you want. Ideally, all of them in the red if you can make it happen, but it's kind of difficult to make that happen, obviously. But there's the score. Let's see what we get. New high score, 292,000. So that's how I got my high score for my club. Hopefully that helps give you guys an idea on future days. Obviously it won't help you with day 1 anymore, but if you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and peace.